ya no soy muerto. Oh, ahora que sé la verdad puedo respirar, moviendo como el viento del mar. Tu palabra me da vida, yeah. Y tu beso me da fuerza, solo tengo que escuchar tu voz y guardar tus leyes que tú me dio. Tú eres mi fuerza, tú eres mi luz, tú eres mi vida, tú eres mi sol. Tú eres mi fuerza, tú eres mi luz, oh, mi fuerza. Las palabras que me tallas, nadie jamás me puede quitar. No me preocupo por el alimento, no me mueve de ti por un aliento. Fuerza, eso es lo que tu palabra me da. Tú eres mi luz.
La guerra de la galaxia, siento la fuerza, yeah. Palabra espada, sin la luz mi vida es nada, yeah.
Mi vista es clara, comprendo morirá. Haciendo la música en el espíritu, no el Coachella. Yo sé, no puedo retirar cuando me permite respirar. Yo voy a cualquier lugar que me quiere colocar.
Fuerza, tú eres mi luz, tú eres mi vida, tú eres mi sol. Fuerza, tú eres mi luz, tú eres mi vida, tú eres mi sol, mi fuerza. Las palabras que me tallas, mi fuerza. Nadie jamás me puede quitar. No me preocupo por el alimento, no me mueve de ti por un aliento. Fuerza,
Hoy es el día de Dios.
eso es lo que tu palabra me da. Tú eres mi luz.
Esto es la 11ª hora. Los buenos.
Nos fuimos. Esto es. Ahora es tiempo para bailar esta luna nueva. Este es pa' que tuyo.
Pa' que goce, pa' que goce, pa' que goce, esta luna nueva. Pa' que goce,
La regla
pa' que goce, pa' que goce, esta luna nueva. Cristo negro, no es blanco, 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 estamos bailando en la luna nueva, estamos bailando en la luna nueva, estamos usando en la luna nueva, estamos usando en la luna nueva. Aprendiendo de la Biblia, mira lo que encontré. Aprendiendo de la Biblia, mira lo que encontré. Este día se celebra si tú eres hombre de fe. Este día se celebra si eres mujer de fe. La luna nueva, la luna nueva, la luna nueva. Esto es para bailar. La luna nueva, la luna nueva, la luna nueva. Hoy vamos a gozar. Pa' que goce,
Esto es para toda
pa'
mi
que
gente.
goce,
Solo
pa'
mi
que
gente
goce,
alrededor
esta
del
luna
mundo.
nueva. Pa' que goce,
Para que gocen y
pa' que
bailen.
goce, pa' que goce,
El día que Dios nos
esta
hizo
luna
para
nueva.
nosotros.
Me dijeron de una fiesta y yo no voy a faltar. Me dijeron de una fiesta y yo no voy a faltar. Yo soy un israelita, tengo que celebrar, porque soy un israelita y tengo que celebrar. La luna nueva, la luna nueva, la luna nueva. Esto es para bailar. La luna nueva, la luna nueva, la luna nueva. Hoy vamos a gozar. Ok. Lo que vamos a hacer ahora es para ver quién goza más. Las mujeres o los hombres. Que prepárense. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Brinquen para adelante, brinquen para atrás, brinquen para adelante y comienza
sex. Los diablos, ellos van a seguir hasta las 3 de la mañana. Oye, Elia, no sé quién ganó. ¿Qué tú crees? No sé, pero se están divirtiendo.
This for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la Raza.
We one nation, one nation.
This for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la Raza.
We one nation, one nation.
It wouldn't be Israel without Mexicans. Black love, brown pride, cause we next to kin. We ain't gotta tell Esau to let's be friends, cause we above all nations and we better than them. We the salt of the earth, ayy, ayy. And we been king since birth, ayy, ayy. We put the kingdom first, ayy, ayy. And they gon' get this work, ayy, ayy. We was chosen, not cause we the most of the people. Few in numbers, but we over the people. We gods of this earth, we ain't supposed to be equal. Stop playing, you emotional people. The good gotta triumph over the evil. So my foot's on the throat of the eagle. Their tongues will confess that we the people. Cause my nation ain't never been feeble. It's for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
It's for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la Raza.
We one nation, one nation.
It's for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
It's for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la Raza.
We one nation, one nation.
I can't take one step without my brothers too. Vámonos muchachos, yeah, you know there's one for you. Me gusta arroz con pollo, tacos chilangos, sipping on cervezas with all mi hermanos. Judah and Ephraim, that's the two kingdoms. Now we one nation over these heathens. Royalty bloodline, we be the choice vine. Better repent for you run out of time. My father gave me salt and the light, yeah, yeah. We strong in the Lord and his might, yeah, yeah. Better be careful of fire. Change all your ways or you'll be his desire. Whoa, gotta stay away from Satan, changing my mind, friend. Yeah, you know we dying daily, turning it up on a feast day. Put this on replay, no longer divided cause we all one nation.
This for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la Raza.
We one nation, one nation.
This for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la Raza.
We one nation, one nation.
Puedo respirar, ahora debo explicar. Leyes cambian cuando nadas en el mar.
Shalom, shalom. Most High Christ bless you all. We are here with an edition of Power Hour. I am Officer Halez.
Officer Gadaliah.
Officer Enos. Officer Asahel.
All praise to the Most High. We're here holding it down for our leadership. Shout out to Bishop Carnea, Deacon Joshua,
That's right.
IUIC Phoenix. All right. All praise to the Most High, man.
Shalom.
So,
Hola.
hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Yeah, that's what it's based on, Northern Kingdom. So
That's right.
I know Deacon Joshua and the brothers there, Officer Zara, Officer Shia, them brothers been bringing out some heavy material in regards to Northern Kingdom, things that as I continue to watch, is building me up, and I'm learning so much about Northern Kingdom history. Really, really great platform. So I know you said you watch it.
Yeah,
you make
it's a part of my weekly rotation. I was really looking forward to seeing the show tomorrow.
But what happened?
But we're here.
That's right. All praise to the Most High.
Feels a little
man.
vainglorious if we watch it again tomorrow.
Yeah,
huh?
I know, right?
I have to go back and watch some of the old ones from the Deacon.
Yeah, allow
and
me
them.
to catch up on some of the older episodes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, all praises to the Most High.
That's right. All praise. Definitely an honor to hold it down for our leadership. Let's start off with Romans 15:4 real quick, because this is
Praise.
we're going to be going into the history of Northern Kingdom, and of course, what better history book, that exists in this world? Which one's better than the Bible?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they've created millions and millions of religions around this book, when its true essence is to know the history and able to understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, what we got?
Yes, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So these things written aforetime is talking about the Old Testament, which includes the books that came after even Malachi, like Maccabees. During the time of Ezra, you got more additional books they took out, third and fourth Esdras. Okay, because Nehemiah is actually second Esdras. Some of y'all have Bibles where y'all see that inscription actually on there on the book of Nehemiah. They're like, well, how did we get third and fourth Esdras in the Apocrypha? Because Nehemiah is also known as second Esdras. Okay, so that's how you get 4 books of Esdras. You have Ezra in the Old Testament, Nehemiah, and then first and second Esdras in the Apocrypha, which was taken out by who? The Roman Catholic Church in the 1700s,
Right.
intentionally, right? Because it goes too hard. Ezra was going in on the books. Prophecies about what's going on right now,
Right.
the wars, the famines. He was precepting things that you can find in Isaiah, like the nations are nothing.
Right.
Things that are very hard to swallow for the general American mind.
I like to believe that is the verse that is the reason why they took it out, the whole book, when they said that the nations are nothing. I mean, that
But
verse,
be like,
like spittle. That's a heavy verse right there.
Makes my teeth white.
It does. It does.
that's right. It makes mine sparkle. Cling. All praises. So read that one more time, officer.
Yes, sir. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning,
Okay.
that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So this is Paul, right? And we're reading out of the New Testament. He's telling us that things were written aforetime were written for us to learn from. Doesn't that sound odd, though? Because don't pastors tell us we shouldn't be reading the Old Testament?
Right.
Ain't that what people in the Christian church, the Catholic church, or whatever church Jehovah's Witness,
Right.
Seventh-day Disadvantage, whatever denomination, whatever, I wanted to say demonation, whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Got him! Got him!
Yeah, I see.
Demon Nation, I like that.
Right. Whatever demonation
Yeah,
you are a
demonation.
part of, they're all in cahoots, though. They all say there's no need for the Old Testament, or they'll say the Old Covenant.
Right.
But yet Paul here, when you read the Bible for yourself, that's why when you read Revelations 1 and 3, it says, blessed is he that readeth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Paul also said we ought to obey God rather than men.
Right.
In order to do that, you got to seek the Lord out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we've chosen to do, and we found out so much.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Paul is actually against only sticking to the New Testament. He said, no, all things written aforetime was written for our learning. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 5.
No. Just the last sentence.
Yes, sir.
That we.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
You see that? So that way we can when you start reading the Bible, especially the historical events of what happened to our forefathers and foremothers in there, we can start to relate to them. And we can see, wow, okay, so it's not just me going through this. David went through it.
Right.
Moses went through it. You know, Joshua went through it. Nehemiah, Ezra, our forefathers all have been through many trials and tribulations. So as we read, we learn how they handled their situations in the time of their trials and tribulations, and how they conducted themselves. And we say, you know what? That's how I'm going to conduct myself. I'm going to have a forgiving spirit like David, and I'm going to forgive my brother Saul. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a meek spirit, and I'm going to be obedient like my forefather Moses. You know? The sisters will say, I'm going to be submissive and be like my foremother Sarah. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry, I was going. And that, it's funny because he says that in the New Testament, what he read here, like, what's written aforetime, but where does he get that from? It's written for our learning, right? Can I get a precept real quick? Get Sirach chapter 2, verse 10.
Bring it out.
Because it says it in the Old, Paul is quoting things from the Old Testament. Because remember, the New Testament wasn't written while they was going around teaching, right?
Correct.
So read that.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Look at the generations of old.
You see that? Go ahead.
And see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
So the Bible is telling us right here, we got to go to the back. We got to go. Even in the Old Testament, it tells you to go back. It's the same message in the Old and the New, right? So I just wanted to show that, like, it doesn't matter where you look at in the Bible, it's saying the same thing. That's it.
Right.
Fire,
If I get one more precept as well, give me Romans 3 and verse 2. Give me verse 2, because it's just going along the same vein as what the officers were saying. This Bible, it was written when Paul and them were teaching it. They were going off of the Old Testament. That's what they were going off of. You can't negate that fact. Like that's not something that you need to keep arguing about. We use the Old Testament because the whole Bible is written for our learning. We'll read that.
You want verse 1?
No, just read verse 1 and 2.
Romans chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Read.
Much every way.
Uh-huh.
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
Where did circumcision come from? Paul's still talking about this. He said that was something that he was explaining. That's something that we used to that they were doing.
Right.
And where they get it from? They got it from the Old Testament. The oracles of God come from the Old Testament. It's just
I'll praise it. Yes, sir.
So as we continue to research, right, search the scriptures, right, we start finding out things like, guess what? Us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're in the book.
Right.
We're in the Bible.
That's right.
All praises to the
We're
Most
there,
High.
and we're not known as Gentiles.
That's right.
To some degree, right?
Right.
And we're known as God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel,
right.
who became Gentiles,
Right.
especially who? The northern kingdom.
That's right.
The northern kingdom, right? When we went away from the laws of our heavenly Father, and when we split with the southern kingdom, we started to develop the same mannerisms as the other nations. That's the reason we were called Gentiles. Let's get that, Matthew 4 and 15. Here's an example of that. And then give me Gentile in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary.
Yes, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
The land of Zebulun and the land of Nephthalim, by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles.
There you go. So it names two tribes that lived in that area, and they were known as Gentiles. Why? Because at that time, we were still doing what the Gentiles were doing. So when you go away from the commandments, the Lord calls you a heathen.
Right.
So that's another term for Gentiles, a heathen, him of another nation, right? So as we repent, that curse gets lifted off of us. We're no longer that byword named Gentile, and we are not back and grafted back in to the Lord's mercy, and we can now call ourselves Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Zebulun, Naphtali, Asher.
Right.
We can now return to our Heavenly Father and embrace our God-given names. And we're leaving not only the term Gentile, but Puerto Rican,
right,
Dominican, Cuban, Native American, Mexican, because these are not our names. Let's get that real quick. Before, matter of fact, read that real quick for Gentiles.
Yes, sir. This is the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, page 195. Gentiles. Gentiles. Usually.
Stop. What did that say?
Usually.
What does that word usually mean? Can we get that definition for usually? Read it.
Usually, it means a non-Israelite people.
Usually. Why did it say usually? Our people, I'm sorry, those that have not read the Bible to understand it, because you don't keep the commandments.
Right.
A lot of times you don't understand the true definition of Gentile. We are reading in a Bible dictionary what Gentile means. It says usually someone that is not a Israelite. So why does it say usually? Usually means what? Let's read that.
Usually, under normal conditions.
Under normal conditions.
Generally.
The
usually arrives about. He usually arrives home about 1 o'clock.
He usually. What does that mean? That maybe every now and again he might not arrive at 1 o'clock. So when the Bible dictionary says usually, it means not all the time.
Correct.
Not all the time.
For the I like that synonym at the bottom, that phrase, for the most part.
For the most part.
For the most part, it usually means.
So usually it means a people that's not Israel or the Israelites. But then that means that there's times that the Bible or Paul is talking about Gentiles and he's not talking about the other nations. He's talking about who? He's talking about the Israelites. Like who? Like Zebulun and Naphtali. We just read about it in Matthew chapter 4. Okay, we went away from the commandments of God. So what happens when we went away from the commandments of God? We went away from our heritage and our culture and our laws. Give me that Jeremiah 17. What we're going to get into, y'all, we're building up to it. We're going to get into the Northern Kingdom iconoclasm. How we lost our heritage, but our enemies put their foot in that chaos to add insult to injury by continuing to further our destruction. Read what you got.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So today we've discontinued from our heritage. We call ourselves Hispanic, Latino, African American, Haitian. We call ourselves Jamaican, Dominican, Mexican. I mean, we can keep going on and on. We call ourselves all these nationalities that cannot be found in the Bible. But God gave you a God-given nationality, a sacred, holy nationality that can be found in the Bible, but your pastor will not show you. Your Christian church, your Christian, whatever demonation you go to, whichever one it is, they will not show you that you're an Israelite.
Right.
Or matter of fact, maybe you got a friend, your best friend Billy, who's the white guy, or your best friend Becky. They're not going to show you. They're not going to tell you that you are of the chosen seed, that you are an Israelite by blood.
Right.
They give you $20 if you need it. They give you a ride. They'll help you out. They might even hook you up with a job, but they'll never, ever tell you that you're the real Jew.
Right.
They'll never tell you that.
Facts.
And when you start claiming that you're the real Jew, let's see if your relationship with Becky or what's his name?
Billy.
Timmy.
Yeah, Connor. Let's see if it lives up or if it's going to end up ironing and rusting. If that iron's going to rust.
That's heavy. Can I get one more precept?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go to Acts 6, because it's going back to how somebody will say, well, we were Gentiles or we were Greeks. So go to Acts 6 and read verse 1, and then we're going to get the definition for Grecians in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Yes, sir. The book of Acts, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And in those days, when the number of the disciples were multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews.
So somebody might be like, oh, well, see right there, this is talking about Grecians were amongst the Israelites, and they were all becoming one under Jesus Christ, right? Continue to read that, the end of that, because
their widows were neglected in the daily ministration.
Right. So let's see what the Zondervan Bible Dictionary says about what Grecians is in this context. Read that. You're going to read the first definition and then read that one right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Greece, Grecia, is Greece the home of the Hellenes.
So you might think, oh, well, this is talking about Greeks that were living among, because at this time we're in Acts and we're talking about the gospel spreading throughout the world, right? But this is going into Hellenization of the Jews. Now read that last definition.
Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews.
That's it right there.
Can we get a bomb on
The Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews. Meaning we appreciate y'all brothers, man.
He like, that's why he want to leave the booth, Officer Les. That's why I wanted to be in the booth, man.
Go ahead, finish.
Yes, sir. Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews, folk of the dispersion from areas predominantly Greek.
Folk of the dispersion. We were dispersed. We had been going out ever since the Greek captivity. We had been moved around because of us going in captivity. And what were they calling us? They were calling, oh, those are the Grecians. They grew up amongst the Greek. They can speak the Greek language. So what they call us, they called you so-called African Americans that would be the Jewish, that would be the Jews today. They called you Grecians because you're the language that you spoke.
That's right. Hey, that's going to segue perfectly into what we got.
All praises.
That's going to segue perfectly because let's talk about Greeks, right? The Greek Empire. Why is it that when you got your Bible, right, you're reading from Genesis and the last book is Malachi? Malachi goes into the Persian and Mede era, right? The Persian and Mede Empire. So what happened? How do we skip and go all the way to the Roman Empire and completely just null and void a whole space of time from 333 all the way to, what was it, 66, 190?
66 BC.
To 66 BC. How do we just, what happened in that gap right there? What happened?
Let's look what happened in the past 60 years here, how much has changed in this country alone.
Right.
We're talking about 400 years of history, just
gone.
Just, it's crazy. Something got missed.
Thanos was living back in that time. He snapped his fingers.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to reveal those times, and we're going to reveal a lot of iconoclasm that took place in regards to the Northern Kingdom. Okay, so the Northern Kingdom was we are those Gentiles that Paul is speaking about in the New Testament. Case in point, we read about one in the Gospels in Matthew chapter 4, verse 15, with Zebulon and Naphtali, right? So now what the Roman Catholic Church did, right, if you're of that denomination, in the 1700s, they took out the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha, which is also known as hidden books, was always supposed to be in the Bible. It was always there since 1611, and even in the all Spanish Bible, the Casiodoro de Reina from 1569. So those books were always the way they were supposed to be placed inside the Holy Scriptures, but your friendly neighborhood conquistadors and Englishmen during the 1700s took them out. You know what I'm saying? So now, why did they take them out? Because now they can show you that the Greeks, we're talking about Caucasian people in the New Testament. That's not what it's talking about. The Spartans are also white people. That's not what we're talking about. Now we can whitewash everything.
Right.
Isn't it ironic? You would find that in the book of Maccabees, there's a prophecy that they would have whitewashed our history.
Facts.
Let's get that.
No, it is not in there, is it?
Why? First Maccabees chapter 3 and read verse 48. So when they tell you that color doesn't matter, okay, we're not. There's one thing I always say in the book of Revelations. When you read about the revealing of Jesus Christ, right, you see that John the Revelator in verse 10, Christ is telling John the Revelator, everything that you see, you write it in this book. Right. Write it in this book, everything that you see. So he goes, starts saying, okay, I see the candlestick. I see the Son of Man. Then he goes into his hair texture and the color of his skin. Did you notice something? When you're reading that, Christ doesn't stop John the Revelator to say, no, don't, stop, don't put that there because my color doesn't matter. My hair texture doesn't matter.
Right.
No, he allowed that to be put in the book for a reason. Because remember when Christ prophesied that many shall come in my name and deceive you, even the very elect. And that's actually what took place. Read that, First Maccabees.
Yes, sir.
All praises.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
And laid open the book of the law.
So when you read the book, many books in the Bible call the Bible the book of the law, the book of the law, the book of the law. Joshua 1:8, this book of the law shall not depart. Baruch 4:1, this is the book of the commandments of the Lord. You hear it all over. So this is talking about they laid open the Bible, read,
wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
The heathen decided to whitewash our images. This happened when? During the Greek Empire.
Right.
They started to whitewash all the images. They started to whitewash all our images. Can we give you an example on how they started to whitewash all our images? Watch this. Let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 12. We're going to give you an example on how they whitewashed our images. We know they whitewashed Christ. We always exposing that. We know they whitewashed the prophets. We're always exposing that. We're going to expose something here in the book of Maccabees. This was during the Greek Empire.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Read what you got.
The book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, chapter 12, verse 19.
Bring it out.
And this is the copy of the letters which Onias sent.
Yeah, Onias.
Onias sent to Aris, king of the Lacedaemonians, to Onias as the high priest, greeting. It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians and Jews are brethren, and that they are of the stock of Abraham.
So it's letting you know there was a written letter, right, that was sent to Aries, the king of the Lacedaemonians. And it says that we are writing to our fellow brethren who are brothers, that we're the stock of Abraham, but even more importantly, we're brethren according to the Jews.
Right.
Meaning that we're Israelites.
Right.
We're not just of the stock of Abraham to where we're the Persians and the Edomites and all that. No. We're of the Jews. That's the key part to that scripture, to let you know that it's talking about that they were Israelites. The Lacedaemonians are Israelites.
Right.
So now my thing is, when you read Lacedaemonians, a lot of times when our people, and it's a bad habit, but as you start to pick up this Bible to read it, for you brothers and sisters that are watching, you got to look up certain things because you're going to be surprised at what you find. You're going to be very surprised at what you find. Let's do this. Let's look up the Lacedaemonians, and let's see what we find. Apparently, the Lacedaemonians and the Jews are brethren. So who are the Lacedaemonians? In the book of Maccabees that our enemies took out of the original Bible. All righty, Lacedaemonians. Can the people online see? Give us a thumbs up if y'all can see online. All righty, that looks mighty familiar.
I've seen that before.
You've seen that before? I've seen that before. Lacedaemon. That is pretty interesting. It looks like Sparta. Am I reading that correct?
Yes,
That's
sir.
correct, sir.
So when you talk about the Lacedaemonians, we're talking about who? The Spartans. Hey, let's read that.
Sparta was a prominent city-state in Laconia in ancient Greece. In antiquity, the city-state was known as Lacedaemon, while the name Sparta referred to its main settlement on the banks of the Eurotas River in Laconia, in southeastern Peloponnese. Around 650 BC, it rose to become the dominant military land power in ancient Greece.
Wow. So when you read about the Lacedaemonians in the book of Maccabees, look up, put Lacedaemonians, because that's going into location. So now look up Lacedaemonians. Let's see who these Lacedaemonians are. They lived in Sparta, and they were the dominant military power.
Right.
I wonder who these men are.
And I wonder what language they spoke.
I wonder what language they spoke.
Greek. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Doesn't that start to kind of?
Yeah, man. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Officer. Bring it out.
all praises.
So let's find out who the Lacedaemonians are. Read that one more time while they looking that up. That way everybody knows where we're at. First Maccabees 12 and
Yes,
verse 20.
First Maccabees, chapter 12 and verse 20. So Arius of the Lacedaemonians to Onias as the high priest, greeting. It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians and Jews are brethren, and that they are of the stock of Abraham.
And that they are of the stock of Abraham. Go back to First Maccabees 3 and 48.
Bring it out.
Give me that Lacedaemonian.
First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48.
Uh-huh.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So the Bible lets us know that there were going to be the other nations. That's what heathen means, right? Those that are not of the Jews, that they were going to whitewash and paint their images to look to destroy our relics and artifacts. Okay? So where are we at? Lacedaemonian. Come on, tech team. We believe in you, man. We got faith in you. Y'all gonna pull it off.
I sent the name, just highlight and drop it in
Uh-huh.
Google. That's
All right, blow it up.
You see any craftiness in there? Is there any craftiness here?
mythology.
Thank you. Thank you. This is not mythology. This is real. Matter of fact, go to First Maccabees. Before we even read that, let's see if this is mythology. Read First Maccabees chapter 1 and 1. Let's see where this whole where the book of Maccabees is coming from.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian.
Stop. So when we look up Alexander, who's the son of Philip, who are we talking about, Officer Enos?
Alexander the Greek.
Alexander the Weak. That's right.
That's right.
I like that one.
So that's who we talking about. Now you can. I remember in high school I learned about him. I learned about, and they never told me that was mythology.
There's a
Why is it when it comes to the Bible, all of a sudden it's make believe?
Right.
When it comes to our history book, it's mythology. No, the gods that they might have served were mythology, but these Lacedaemonians, who are known as Spartans, that was real. That was a real military. Read what you got.
Lacedaemonian, ancient Greek, or Lacedaemon, was the eponymous king of Lacedaemon.
All right, scroll. Is that Lacedaemon or Lacedaemonian? Scroll up real quick. Scroll up.
Yeah, that's not Lacedaemonian.
Yeah, that's not Lacedaemonian.
Highlight what I sent in the group and then copy and paste it.
Lacedaemonian. All right. For the time being, let's show them that Sparta is actually in the Bible.
Hey,
All right,
officer,
let's
you
go
want
to-
to know something crazy?
What's
So when you look up anything on like the Assyrians, Persian, and Medes, the so-called white man uses the Bible because a lot of that Assyrian history was lost.
Right.
So they actually will go on the History Channel to the Bible to say, hey, this is what was happening during the time of the Assyrians. But then when they get to the Greek time period, oh, it's a mythology.
Wow.
Oh, the Lacedaemonians were a myth.
Right.
They didn't exist. But you used the Bible a few centuries ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now that they took over the world using the Bible the wrong way to manipulate and destroy, now, hey, don't listen to the Bible, y'all. It doesn't hold any weight anymore. All right, read what you got.
There we go.
Lacedaemonian, a native or inhabitant of Lacedaemon, an area of ancient Greece comprising the city of Sparta and its surroundings.
Read.
Of Lacedaemon or its inhabitants, Spartan.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you. There it is. A Spartan. All right. Now he just brought up the time of the Persian. They had Alexander the Great had destroyed who? The Persian and the Medes.
Yep.
So what happened? Not only did they whitewash our history, but they took. Guess what? The Bible. In the Bible, the so-called white man is known as. He's not known as Greek. He's known as Esau. He's known as Esau, which we got classes on that. Y'all can look it up. It's on Genesis 25. The breakdown of Genesis 25 and Esau, proving that Esau is the so-called white man, and his children are known as the Edomites. So why did they start calling themselves Greeks?
Dang.
Why? Why did they start calling themselves Greeks? And then when they took the name of the Greeks, right? What did they do? They forced that same name upon the children of Israel,
Right.
which we're going to read about soon. But let's see who the original Greeks were. Can we look up what I got in Tech Team? It's called Javan. Javan. Please look that up real quick. We're going to show you who the original Greeks were.
Oh, snap.
Who were the original Greeks?
Hey, remember that Hercules movie that Disney made on all the pottery? It was all dark-skinned people on all the pottery during the time of during the time of Greek mythology.
Right.
Remember all the women that were singing on the pots? They all looked like Judah sisters.
Damn.
Yeah.
And if you could find a map also on Javan, so everybody can see the location, let's get that. I think I typed Javan. I think I had Javan already on the Tech Team channel, so kind of gave y'all a alley-oop for y'all to dunk this one. So we want to find out who Javan is.
Hey, I hope y'all got y'all pens and y'all papers. Officer bringing out some good stuff. It's crazy because I was reading over that verse that you pulled. Was it in 1 Maccabees 12? I was kind of intrigued by what it said in the beginning. Where was it at? 1 Maccabees 12 and verse 21. The first part of that. It says, it is found in writing. So even then we had records, but it looked like they still, like the whitewashing was already beginning even back then, as you were talking about, right? So they was having trouble trying to keep up with their records then because of what Alexander the Greek was doing. The Greek freak.
Oh, that boy was nasty as hell, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was nasty, man.
He died of what, at 26?
Yeah. Was it 30? I thought it was like 30.
32.
32, right? Yeah.
32.
Yeah, he took over, killed his little baby brother or something like that, I think, because he was trying to keep him from getting the throne or something like that. Dude was evil, man.
Did we get the definition for Javan also? All right, zoom into that map real quick. So that's the Sea of Java. Original term is Javan, East Javan. So a lot of times there's still a lot of biblical names on a lot of these countries. Like you saw when Bishop was looking for, what was it? It was right next to where it talks about the prophecies on Israel. What was those countries that were on the side?
The Arab? You talking about that? Those countries?
Right, Palestine. All it means is Philistine.
Yeah.
Gaza.
Yep.
You know what I'm
For the
saying?
Gaza Strip.
Thank you. So these are nations in the Bible and cities that you can still find today. Like even Iraq can be found in Genesis chapter 10, where you read about it. It says Erech, E-R-E-C-H. All right, where are we at? So you go to Javan here. Let's read that real quick.
Javan was the fourth son of Noah's son, Japheth. According to the generations of Noah, book of Genesis chapter 10 in the Hebrew Bible, Josephus states the traditional belief that this individual was the ancestor of the Greeks.
Oh, man, there you go. There you go. And we use that book a lot. There's really, really good references in the book of Josephus.
Hey, officer.
Yes.
And if you notice, it says the traditional belief, meaning that it was commonly known that these were the original Greeks.
That these were the original Greeks, that they came from the seed of Japheth, not the seed of Esau, who likes to paint his images in a likeness of everybody else. Right? So we got Javon, right? Let's do this real quick. Let's go to Genesis 10. Let's read that. Let's read that in Genesis 10. I think it's verse 2. Watch this. We're going to further prove that the Greeks were the Japhites. And the Japhites today are your so-called Polynesians,
right?
Hawaiians, Samoans, from Guam, from Australia and the Fiji Islands. Those are the sons of Japheth. Read what you got.
The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 2.
Bring it out.
The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan.
There it is. The sons of Japheth. Gomer. So it's in the Bible. So we're showing you that this reference that we just used, it's accurate with the scriptures, right?
Right.
Read it one more time.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 2.
Bring it out.
The sons of Japheth,
Who was one of the sons of Noah.
Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus.
Now, I want to look up somebody in one of these names. Guess who I want to go to in regards to these names? I want to go to Madai. Let's look up Madai in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Let's look up the son of Japheth. His name was Madai. Let's see what it says about him.
And you know, it's heavy that we're going into the Old Testament to explain what everybody already knew at one point, before Esau came and did the little magic trick and Thanos everybody away.
This is the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, page 355. Madai, a people descended from Japheth.
Come on.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 2. They occupied the same area which modern Iraq does today.
Come on.
And were called the Medes.
What were they known as?
The Medes.
Wow. The Medes. Dang. Remember, who did Alexander the Great conquer? The Persians and the Medes. Right. So the Persians are who? The Iranians, right? Also known as Carmanians. You got they live in Afghanistan. They live in East India.
Right.
These are your Elamites. That's their biblical name. We know them today as East Indians, but the Bible they were named the Medes.
Right. Dang, it's crazy.
Okay, they were the Medes. So this was Japheth. But today, who are they known as?
Now they're what do they call them?
The Persians. Right. They were teaming up with the Persians. Okay.
Yeah.
They were together with the Persians. That's where you got the Persian and the Mede collaboration. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back to 1 Maccabees. Let's prove that was a collaboration. Let's go to Esther chapter 1, verse 19.
Yes, sir.
Because when Alexander the Great conquered them, he took on their nationality. Read what you got.
The book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes.
You see that? Let it be written among, because their laws were unified.
Right.
They were in rulership during the time of Esther. Okay? So this was, who was in power? The Persians and the Medes, also known as the East Indians and the Polynesians. Just to make things easy to be understood, we are talking about a collaboration, a military collaboration between the East Indians and the Polynesians. It's that simple.
Dang.
Okay, so the original Greeks were the who? They were the Polynesians.
Right.
So now when we go to 1 Maccabees, what did they do? They not only did they take over the Greeks and take their nationality, they did the same thing with us. Okay, every land that they conquered, they took over. They tried to take their heritage, their culture. Let's get that real quick, Micah, where they oppress a man and his heritage. Micah chapter 2, I believe it is. Read what you got.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
And they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
That's trifling as hell, man.
Facts.
How you? I'm coming.
Heritage,
that's Debo to the 10th power. I'm coming in your crib. You see all those photos you got in your house? I'm gonna color my face on them.
Right.
That refrigerator, that's my food. Oh, you graduated from that school? No, you didn't. I did. I graduated from that high school. Oh, that was your prom picture? No, it's not, because that's me on it. I'm going to put my face right there.
The hell is this?
You see how good that suit look on me? On my prom picture? You done took a whole man's life, his heritage, his culture.
Dang.
Who does that?
Right.
Yo, who does that? You really got to think about the how evil, like the levels of evil that is.
Yeah.
Black man stealing the Snickers bar, the white man stealing your whole photo album.
Right.
He's stealing your history. He's stealing your land. Boy.
Hey, real quick,
That's a heavy point.
can we get Genesis 27:40 just to show how they were able to do this? It wasn't like they just came out of nowhere. No, the Most High had to put a spirit on them to do that. Because then Esau's always been weaker than us. But the Most High had to move them to make these prophecies come to pass. Genesis 27:40.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 40.
Bring it out.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
This is how Esau lived. This is how the Philip and his son Alexander, this is how they live. They live by the sword. Read.
And shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. So this is going into multiple time periods. But this right now in the context that we're reading, this is why they were able to run Japheth and all them out of the land and move them into the islands, because they were given that power of the sword.
The devil.
Fire point. So we're going to go to commercial, but when we come back, Israel, we're going to show y'all some books, some footage. We're going to go into many references that y'all do not want to miss.
Right.
That's
All right. Y'all don't want to miss it. So Israel, with that, stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We're going to go to commercial.
Trials and tribulations, friendships and betrayal. The life of a prophet is not for the weak. Success and setbacks, too many to count. I've seen a lot come and I've seen a lot go. But there's one thing I've learned. No one man can do it alone.
Seasons changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why the Father had to leave us at the bottom. But I ain't tripping cause he got us. We on a mission, time ticking on that timer. Taking the kingdom, ain't no secret, bro, we got it. Back with our power. Rise and shine, early grind, recognize I'm certified. 12 tribes worldwide, don't act like you ain't heard about it. I'm a young kind of fly.
And finally, my brother, it's strong in the Lord.
You can't do one of us, but it's 100 of us. Y'all never fast, but you running from us. And then about that smoke, you running from us. Listen everywhere we go. Yeah, I said 12 AK Udi, I got my flame back, but still got chills. Why the bishop came back? We on A block, you cannot change that. So many of us, y'all don't know what to aim at. I was taught that when you in the water, give them nothing. I was taught discussing way too much of me bluffing. We can pull up anytime that
life is over and it starts again. I wanna hear, well done, welcome, well done, well done, well done. I look to the hills where my help from. I just wanna hear, welcome, well done. I just wanna hear.
All praise to the
All
Most
praises,
High.
all
Welcome back,
praises.
family. I'm Officer Helez.
Officer Gadaliah.
Officer Enos.
And Officer as
All
hell.
praise. We're here with another edition of Power Hour,
That's
Northern
right.
Kingdom Iconoclasm.
Yes.
So we were just talking about how everything pretty much for the Northern Kingdom, not just Southern Kingdom too, but this is the Power Hour.
Right.
That's right.
It's the Power Hour right now, y'all. Come on, man. So our images were whitewashed. A lot of our history was whitewashed with our fellow brethren, right? So now we are going to show you the references. We showed you everything in regards to First Maccabees and how the Lacedaemonians existed in the Bible. The Spartans. Matter of fact, let's get that in First Maccabees chapter 14 and read verse 16. Because people watch the movie and they think, oh, that's a mythology,
Right.
fake, just a really like a warrior mythology movie.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is your history, black man. This is your history, Hispanic
Right.
man. And they try to make it as if it was a myth. No, these are real events. And it wasn't 300 of them. What they did was they took the book of Judges and took the 300 from there and mixed them with the book of Maccabees.
Dang.
Like, come on, man.
Dang.
I didn't see anywhere. Maybe I missed it. Y'all online, correct me if I'm wrong. But the 300 men I remember was in the book of Judges.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
All right, where we at? Read what you got to show you that the Spartans are in the Bible. Matter of fact, it doesn't only use the word Lacedaemonian. Let's see what word it uses here. Read what you got.
Yes, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 14, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Now, when it was heard at Rome, as far as Sparta,
As far as where? Hey.
Dang. All praises.
What's going on? As far as Sparta.
Right.
I thought it was a myth. I thought it was fake. The Bible is a real book, y'all.
That's right.
And this is our history. This is our history. Matter of fact, let's see what the Spartans look like. Let's go to those images that we have, not of the book yet. Let's go into the statues that they have over there in Asia Minor, Laconia. All righty, all right, let's zoom in some. What's that say? No.
Hey, zoom in on the words first, and then we're going to scroll up.
It says a bronze warrior from Laconia, from Sparta. Anytime you see Laconian or Laconia, it's talking about Sparta as well.
Right.
All right, so that's it. That's just to show y'all. Zoom out real quick. All right, the reason why I wanted to show y'all that one is because you see you got the Spartan helmet. You see the shield. We just want to show y'all that the Spartans did not wear miniskirts.
Right.
Yeah.
The Spartans wore pants.
With their shirts out.
That's right.
their
Okay.
chest out.
So right, and the Spartans are Israelites.
Right.
That's right.
They are of the Jews, the brothers of the Jews. All right, let's go to the next photo. That's a bronze one. You know how much that little thing costs right there?
And Esau just goes
Yeah, that's in
and
a
takes it.
museum. That's in a
Yeah.
museum. Whoa, what do we have here?
Wow.
It's a lot of mythology.
This is Leonidas. Whoa. Isn't that his name in the movie? King Leonidas?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Do that look like a white man to you?
No, sir.
Does that don't look like a white man to me? That look like a white man to you, Officer Catalan?
No, sir.
Wow. That is King Leonidas of the Spartans. Not only that, can you do me a favor real quick? Can we get Revelations, I think, 4 and 4? Yes, sir. Keep that on the screen, please. Revelations chapter 4, verse 4. I'm going to show y'all something that is very common with this picture. I think it's Revelations 4 and 4. That's what I want.
The colors in heaven.
Hold on. No, I'm sorry, 5 and 5.
5 and 5.
Look at that. That's the way my brain works.
The book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 5.
Bring it out.
And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Who's the Lion of the tribe of Judah? That's Jesus Christ, right?
That's
Read.
right.
The root of David, have prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
All praises. Look at this black man is named Leonidas. Leonidas means son of the lion.
Dang.
That's what Leonidas means. Leo goes into lion or lion-like.
That's a heavy name.
Lion-like. And what's Judah's emblem?
Right.
The lion. Get it on the table. Look. There we go. The Lion of Judah, man. All right, thank you, tech team.
We appreciate you.
All right, let's go. What else we got? Let's go. There you go. Next artifact. Let's read that.
Another example of Lacedaemonian bronze work.
You see, Lacedaemonian, look it on the bottom. What's that say?
Sparta reconsidered.
Read.
Spartan art and culture.
You see that? So this is real. They have artifacts. This is not make-believe.
Right.
This is real. These are relics and artifacts of our forefathers.
Not myth.
Is he naked?
Nope. No.
He's got a cloak on.
Right.
And this one has the helmet that goes pretty much east to west.
Right. Ear to ear. Yeah.
Ear to ear, yeah. All right, what else we got?
Are those locks?
Yeah,
On the
we're going to
shoulders?
get to that.
Yeah,
we're going to
yeah,
get to
yeah,
that
yeah,
because they
let's
did not have stringy hair neither.
Right.
Amazing. Amazing.
Unlike the movie. All right. Come on, IT. Gotta hold on. Come on, IT. We need another one. Where we at? No, not that one. Come on. That's all we got? Give me LAMBD, Lambda, I think it's called. It's on the tech team. It's on the tech team channel. All righty. Let's read that real quick.
Lambda. Uppercase.
No, just read.
Okay.
It's the what?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, you a beast.
Okay.
You can read that. You nice with
Is
it.
the 11th letter
In
of
the what?
of the Greek alphabet,
Of the Greek alphabet. I wonder. Watch this.
representing the voiced alveolar lateral approximant.
Okay, okay.
In the system of Greek numerals, lambda has a value of 30.
All right, real quick. All right, we ain't about to learn this language. Go right there where it says pronounced. See if you can click on that so we can hear the pronunciation. Lambda. Can we hear it? No. Okay, don't worry about it. All right, so lambda, let's go back. There you go. Let's get that. Zoom in on that picture. Click on that picture and let's read what it says. That's a shield, right? Didn't the Spartans have a shield?
Yeah, just zoom in.
Yeah, just zoom in if you can, or just click on it. Whatever you got to do.
Tech team on point. Oh yeah.
There we go. All right, let's click on that real quick. All righty, what's that? Let's read that. All right, scroll up. So that has Greek letters on it. It's a shield. All right. Can we get what was written on the bottom?
I might have to just go out full screen so you can view it. Yeah, there we go.
All right, read that.
The Greek alphabet on a black figure vessel with a Phoenician lamed shaped lambda. The gamma has the shape of modern lambda.
All right, scroll out. Scroll out. All right, scroll down slowly, but you got to zoom in. Y'all got come on, y'all are killing me right now. Go a little, zoom in just a little bit, and yeah, scroll down slightly. There you go. There's something I wanted to get to. It's spelled what? L-A-M, right? L-A-M.
B-D-A.
L-A-M-B-D-A. Okay, so just for time's sake, so lambda actually is a Greek word, and it makes the V sound. It makes a V sound. So when you go into when you look at the Spartan shield, let's pull up a picture with the Spartans. See how so it says uppercase of upside down V, lowercase upside down V. That's the reason why you have that V. Yep, let's pull that one up. That's fine.
There we go.
Let's pull that one up. You see it has a V on the shield. It's actually also a L for Lambda or Lacedaemonian.
Dang.
So it's actually a L with the V with the V sound. So you gotta think about it. A lot of our people don't understand what that symbolizes on the shield. It symbolizes that they are the Lacedaemonians. Okay, they are the Lacedaemonians, also known as Sparta. Why is this important? Because we can find them in the Bible, and they are brethren of the Jews, meaning they are Israelites.
That's right.
They're Israelites. Let's go through these pictures. This is from Frank Miller, okay, a book from Frank Miller. This was the book that they did the movie on.
Hey, and also I want to say, this dude, Frank Miller, is not going to, the stuff we're about to see, he wouldn't just put that in there without doing any research. Because he's done plenty of other Edomite stuff themed, the Sin City, the Batman. He's done plenty of that. But for some reason on this one, he made him look a certain way.
Damn. Thanks for the bombs, IT. All right, let's scroll through them.
Appreciate y'all.
Damn. Enos keep killing. He batting 1,000. I don't know what IT doing, man. That was fire info because I didn't know he was the one that did Sin City. Damn. All right, where we at? So let's see what they look like. Let's scroll through these images, IT. Y'all see anything? Y'all see anything on there? You want to zoom in a little bit?
It's on that shield, man.
You see the shield, but I see some brown colored Spartans.
Yeah, look at that hair.
Hey,
I see some dreadlocks. I see some braids.
This look like brass.
Hold on now.
Dang.
So for everybody, I think we making this up. Watch this. Get Jeremiah 14:2. Let's get the next picture. Jeremiah 14:2.
Dang.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
So Jew it derives from the word Judah.
Right.
Judah mourneth. Read.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
They are black.
That's right.
You really think you really think the Jewish men with the little Barbie curls and the black top hats was wearing this?
No.
You think they was looking mean like this?
No. They too pasty.
Where that
man.
muscle mass at today?
Right.
Where that strength at today?
Nah.
You know where it's at today? It's not fighting for the Lord's army.
Right.
It's on a football field called the NFL today.
That's right.
It's on a basketball team.
Right.
It's on a boxing match. It's in the UFC.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the real Spartans.
Right.
That's right.
Go to the next picture. Unfortunately, we fighting carnally. You know what I mean?
Look at his hair right there.
What's that? Look at this brother's hair holding that shield. He forehead bald like me, but I'm not growing my hair out, but it would grow like that.
Right. Like Stevie Wonder. Look at him.
That's
There
definitely.
you go.
That's definitely.
Hey, that's
not an
warrior-like.
Edomite.
Right.
That's warrior-like.
That's definitely not an Edomite.
Absolutely not.
Stevie Wonder.
You see the rolls. You see the plates in his hair.
And the nose.
There you go.
Nose
Yep.
casting a shadow.
All
Dang,
praises.
that's right.
All right, let's go to the next one. So why would he color them black? Because there's something that he knew. He did it the accurate way. What else we got?
Look at this dude down there. Look.
There you go. More brown color brothers. He looked Northern Kingdom. He got the curly hair. All right, keep going. What else we got?
Right there.
Look at them. Look at that hair. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Logs, man.
That like,
that's dope,
Officer
yeah.
Samson, don't it?
That like Officer
Yeah,
Samson.
yeah.
That sure enough do look like
Yup.
Officer Samson. Shout out to
Yup.
our brothers out there. Go to the next one. Officer Samson got some nice locks, man. What's this?
Zoom out.
Zoom out. All right.
It's a remember him, the one on the
Yup,
far
with
right.
the cloak.
Yeah, yeah.
Yup, just like on the artifact
Yup.
and the relic. All right, go to the next one.
That's
So we
Judah,
just showing y'all, man. We proving to y'all.
Those are locks.
Mm-hmm. Those are braids. Let's go to the next one. You guys can go and purchase this book online. Frank Miller, Spartans. I'm telling you, eventually they're gonna take this off the market.
Right.
Go ahead.
Or whitewash it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at Leonidas and
Leonidas.
yeah, over on the far right.
Mm-hmm.
Far right, bottom right.
Yup.
Yeah.
Light-skinned Jew.
Yeah.
Ruddy. Even when they made him light skinned in the book, they made him to look ruddy. You can still tell that's a black man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep going. Go to the next one. Hey, that looked like a very familiar scene. Go up. Okay, that one's good. Yeah, that one's good. Look. Don't that look like a familiar scene? How many of y'all watched the movie 300?
Wow.
Hey, let's play the scene.
And that's
let's see if it looks like the book that they were supposed to make everything accurate out of.
Right.
That's crazy, boy. Esau, boy. They take you. What that precept we pull? They take your heritage.
Hey. Yup.
Take everything from you, man.
And you know what's crazy? That's how they do in movies. They will take that book and jack it up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Esau always does. Every author that has a book made into a movie always complains that they messed some up. So that's what they did. They took the liberty, said, "Oh, okay, we gonna own these rights.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you for the rights, and we gonna turn it to a whole nother color."
And then have the audacity to get mad if you portray a fictional character like Ariel with some pigmentation.
Damn.
Will lose their mind.
Right.
Damn.
You're coloring real people, real history, but you talking about a mermaid.
A mermaid.
You losing your mind.
A mermaid.
I tell you, boy,
Play that.
Esau a trip.
When the boy was born,
Who baby is this?
like all Spartans, he was inspected. If he'd been small or puny, or sickly or misshapen, he would have been discarded. From the time he could stand, he was baptized in the fire of combat.
Okay, that don't look accurate.
Right.
That's not accurate.
Taught never to retreat, never to surrender. Taught the death on the battlefield in service to Sparta.
Shield, man.
Shield. Psalms 137. Blessed is he that taketh the little ones. Go ahead, press play.
It was the greatest glory he could achieve in his life.
Oh, Lord. Where's the wolf scene? Let's go to the wolf scene. It's taking too long.
Let's give up.
There
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Man, come on, RT.
Constantly tested.
There
Tossed
we
into the
go.
wild.
So this is the scene that was in the
Left to
Frank
pit
Miller book.
his wits and will
But what did they
against
do?
Nature's fury. It was
They
his
took the
initiation,
likeness of their image.
his time in the wild. For he would return to his people.
Scan up a little bit.
Yeah, scan up. Come on, RT. Let's get
But
to
not
it.
at all.
I know.
Scan up.
Trying to get to the part. We trying to get the same shot, bro.
Look,
Hey.
there it is. There it is, right there.
All right, let's get that picture
Yeah,
back, bro.
Yeah, let's
there
get
we
that
go.
pic if we can. Thank you, officer. Bam.
Ooh-wee.
There you go. Something ain't right. One of these shoes is not like the other, officer. Get a lie.
Something's off.
Zoom
man.
into it.
Look, go to that top image up there.
So it's supposed to be a little black boy, a little Israelite boy.
Right.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be. Scroll down. There you go.
Got a little fro on the
There
right.
you go. Yup. All right, we now watch this. Go to the next video. The 300 video, the next one. It's a short clip. We got to get through these because we're just showing you that the Israelites or the Spartans were Israelites. We're going to further continue to prove our point. The oracle scene. Watch this. Press play. Pause real quick. So a lot of times what they do is they put truth in these movies, but because our people don't understand the scriptures, they don't catch it. But once you start keeping the commandments, things start to begin being revealed to you. Press play. So what is he doing? Pause that real quick. So where did they get this from? They get this from Moses when he would go up to the top of the mountain and get counsel from our king. Right? Go ahead.
Welcome, Leonidas. We have been expecting you.
The ephors, priests to the old gods, inbred swine, more creature than man, creatures whom even Leonidas must bribe and beg.
There's no question we face the most massive army ever assembled.
Before your plan is heard, what do you offer?
Where are your sacrifices? Give me your arms. I need them arms.
Fighting skills
look,
and
look.
the terrain of Greece herself to destroy them. We will march north to the coast.
So stop. Go back a little bit. So what he's doing is he's trying to reveal his military game plan to defeat the oncoming forces of the Persians and the Medes. All right? Of the East Indians and Polynesians. Mind you, that's supposed to be a black man.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Press play.
Herself to destroy them. We will march north to the coast, where I will make
It
sure.
is August, Leonidas. The full moon approaches.
Stop. This man just said the full moon approaches. He was like, what are you talking about going to war? The full moon approaches. What's another word for the full moon? Let's get that. Psalms 81. Now you know where to go.
Yes, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 81, and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon. In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
For who?
For this was a statute for Israel.
So the Spartans were keeping the new moon?
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Come on, man.
Let me say something here.
Go ahead.
Notice he said it's August. The new moon approaches. The 7th month. The memorial of blowing trumpets. That's what's approaching.
Wow. So they're going to cover it up because later they're going to be like the festival's called Carnea. No, it was the new moon. Carnea is another word for festival, but go ahead. But it was a festival. It was a feast day. Go ahead. Press play.
Sacred and ancient festival. Sparta wages no war at the time of the Carnea.
Sparta!
Stop.
Burn!
Stop.
Damn,
So it says Sparta wages no war. Why? Like, if this was Esau's holy day or whatever, they go to war on any time they want to.
Right.
But with us, we can't work. We are to rest whenever it's a Sabbath. And the new moon is a Sabbath. And it was a statute for the children of Israel. Press play.
Of the Carnea.
Sparta will burn! Her men will die at arms, and her women and children will be slaves or worse. Now, we will block the Persian coastal assault by rebuilding the Great Phocian Wall, and from there we will funnel them into the mountain pass we call the Hot Gates. Now, in that narrow corridor, their numbers will count for nothing. Now wave after wave of Persian attack will smash against Spartan shields. Xerxes' losses will be so
Hey, pause it. Look at the background. What do you see? A new moon.
New moon.
A new moon. They just not showing all of it. But they letting you know that's what they was keeping. He was like, what are you talking about? There's a new moon. It approaches. So if you keep watching the movie, you'll see they turn them down. They're like, no, we're not going to give you approval to break the Lord's commandment. Okay, you got to keep the commandment and understand that this fight is spiritual. Let's come out of that.
Can I get you a precept for what you just said? For what he was talking about. It's the new moon. We're not going to go to war. Go to 1 Maccabees 2 and start at verse 34. Go ahead and read that for me.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse 34.
Bring it out.
But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day.
Read, now jump to verse 37.
Verse 37. But said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth shall testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully.
Right, we didn't want to go to war on the high holy day. Read.
Thank you, I see.
Yeah, read.
So they rose up against them in battle.
The Greeks rose up against us in battle. Read.
On the Sabbath day.
And what did we do? Keep reading.
And they slew them.
Yeah.
With their wives and children and their cattle to the number of 1,000 people.
We didn't even fight back. So then at this point, Mattathias had to put it in the order, we're going to go to war. If the enemy's coming against us, we going to war. So that goes into what you were saying, what that dude was saying.
Hey, it's heavy you said it. I was just reading up because I was like, what is that Carnea? Can we pull that up real quick, IT? I just want to read this. He said, we don't go to war during the festival of Carnea. Let's read that.
Carnea was one of the tribal traditional festivals of Sparta, the Peloponnese and Doric cities in Magna Graecia, held in honor of Apollo Carneos, whether Carneus or Carnus was originally an old Peloponnesian divinity, subsequently identified with Apollo, or merely an emanation from him.
So they're trying to mix it in with all this Greek mythology and all that stuff, right? But go down a little bit, scroll up a little bit. It's something at the end that kind of tripped me out based on what that precept you read. Read where it says, but there seems no reason. Start from there.
But there seems no reason to doubt that Carneus means the god of flocks and herds. In a wider sense, the harvest and the vintage, the chief center of his worship was Sparta.
Go ahead.
Where the Carnea took place every year from the 7th to the 15th of the month.
Oh, and what month is it?
Dang. The 7th month.
Go ahead, read. No.
Carnea, Metagenian.
Yeah. Yeah, Megatron. Just get the month name.
August
with what? Read.
During this period, all military operations were suspended.
So, damn. They just threw that word in there, bro. Like, we just, I would never think they'd look that word up ever, man, until we start diving into our history.
Right.
So we would suspend our stuff, and they just throw it in there, like, just kind of pass it by, man. You really got to be up on this stuff when you watching these movies, man.
Message. And it's not only Sparta. What else we got on there, tech team? Pull something up. This evil goes far beyond just Sparta. Watch this. This is called Northern Kingdom Iconoclasm. So we're going to continue to expose what they've whitewashed in regards to our history. What else we got, IT? King Leonidas. Okay, let's get his picture. Okay. Give me Galvarino. Give me Galvarino. I was a fire scripture officer, he knows. And I'm glad you caught that on Carnea, because I looked that up and that went over my head. I didn't see that. That was right on time. All right, let's read that.
Galvarino died November 30th, 1557, was a famous Mapuche warrior during the majority of the early part of the Aruca War. He fought and was taken prisoner along with 150 other Mapuche.
So just for y'all that don't know, you have Asher and you have Asher in South America who are known as the Incas, but then Naphtali, which derives of the Chileans and the Argentinians, those Indians were known as the Araucanas. Araucan Indians. They were not the same as the Incan tribes. They would call themselves Araucana. Okay? We don't hear much about them, but if you want to look them up, Araucana, and you can look up also Patagonia to look up more history on Naphtali and with the Chileans and Argentinians. So they also go by the name Mapuche, and they were very close to the Incas. All right, read.
In the Battle of Lagunias against Governor Garcia Hurtado de Mendoza.
Garcia Hurtado de Mendoza. See, hey, I got blasted last time when I did the announcements. They're like, Les, you need to read that Spanish stuff. Hey, I'm gonna do it with all my might too.
That's right.
Garcia Hurtado de Mendoza.
Hey, I'm trying, sir. I'm trying.
No, hey, don't worry. I'll pick up the baton. You
All
good.
praises.
Go ahead.
As punishment for insurrection, some of these prisoners were condemned to amputation of their right hand and nose.
Now remember, why were they cutting their hands off? Because they weren't coming back with enough gold. They did it all the way up in Cuba, Puerto Rico. They did it in Haiti. They did it all over. So we wasn't the only ones.
Right.
That was a custom of the Spaniards all across the Western Hemisphere.
Fact.
Go ahead.
While others, such as Galvarino, had both hands cut off.
Damn, he had both of his hands cut off. Read.
Galvarino and the rest were then released as a lesson and warning for the rest of the Mapuche.
So stop. This man had nubs.
Right.
He had nubs. All right, scroll down. So you see his picture? I want y'all to show his picture. This man got nubs. They cut both his hands. You want to be honest, why they really cut both his hands off? They already knew that man was a warrior.
Right.
They saw him as a threat.
Right.
They was like, nah, cut both his hands off. That brother is a problem. You already knew he had to be a great warrior. Look at what he said right there. Read what he said. He commanding.
He came commanding as a sergeant and animating his men this way. Hey, my brothers, see that you all fight very well. You do not want be as I am without hands, so that you will not be able to work nor to eat.
Damn.
If you do not give it to them, and he raised those arms on high, showing them to cause them to fight with more spirit.
So you see that? They cut his hands on purpose because they knew he was a warrior.
Yeah.
Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Scroll down. We're not going to read that. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Go back up, go back up. Right there, read that. However. Oh, no. Scroll up. I'm sorry. Right there, my brothers.
My brothers, why have you stopped attacking these Christians?
What?
Dang.
What?
Why have you stopped attacking these Christians?
And that's what our people call themselves today. They call themselves Christians.
Right.
Don't you understand what these Christians did?
Right.
When they came here in 1492, and today you got the nerve. Yo, Christianity is the bloodiest religion on earth.
Right.
And they got the nerve to call us a cult. Right. We ain't cut nobody hands off.
Right.
Damn.
We didn't rape, rob, and murder a nation of people on the brink of genocide.
Right.
Millions.
Facts.
That's what Christians do. Read.
Who raised you?
Seeing the manifest damage that from the day which they entered our kingdom
Wow.
until today they have done and are doing.
Yup, even in 2022.
And they still will do to you what you see that they have done.
Like shooting us in the street, incarcerating us. Still happening today.
And they are doing. And still they will do to you what you see that they have done to me. Cut your hands off.
Wow.
If you are not diligent in making the most of wreaking destruction on these so injurious people for us and or our children and women.
Hey, let's read that in First Maccabees.
That brother
man.
was a
Since
warrior.
Mattathias said the same thing when we will fight for the sanctuary. First Maccabees, what's that? 3. It says we're gonna fight for the sanctuary. decayed estate?
Right here, 2 and 43.
Read that.
Yes, sir. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
You see that? So today, this fight is spiritual. We don't go out there and fight with our hands. We don't need our hands. All we need is this.
Right.
To apply the commandments of God.
Right.
Hey,
that's what we got to do. Go ahead.
Can I read that? Read that again at the end. What he say? And still they will do.
And they still will do to you what you see that they have done and they are doing. And they still will do to you what you see that they have done to me. Cut your hands off if you are not diligent in making the most of wreaking destruction on these so injurious people for us and for our children and women.
Man, that brother was in the spirit. That sounds kind of familiar to Maccabees. I want to read something real quick, if you don't mind.
And just for the record, y'all, these are the books, the references, so you can see that you could buy this book. It's called Geronimo de Vivar, Chronica Capitulo, and that's the number. Same thing down there. So these are the references to these books that are probably locked up in some very old libraries in the southernmost parts of South America, in Argentina and Chile. All right, go ahead.
He's just in the spirit, man. That spirit sound familiar. I just want to get something in First Maccabees 13 real quick. With Simon, man, read verse 4 down to just down to 6 real quick, officer.
Yes, sir. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 4. By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone. Now therefore be it far from me that I should spare mine own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren.
So he was basically saying, I'm not going to let them die in vain, right? Go ahead.
Doubtless, I will avenge my nation.
You going what?
I will avenge my nation.
Read.
And the sanctuary.
And the sanctuary.
And our wives.
And our wives.
And our children.
And our children.
For all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice.
Man, that thing sounds so familiar to me.
Wow.
Brothers in the spirit.
Wow. All praises.
Hey, can we scroll up real quick? Just real quick. Go up to the intro. Go at the top. All right, read. Go back down. Now go to where it says, for his bravery and gallantry. Read that.
For his bravery.
And then scroll up so they can see his hands. Scroll up. There we go. Scroll up. There we go. All right, y'all see his hands, right? Read that.
For his bravery and gallantry, he was named by the council to command a squadron with knives fastened on both mutilated wrists, replacing his hands.
That's where they got Wolverine from. They got Wolverine from this dude right here. Took knives and replaced them, where his hands was at.
Them knives was made out of adamantium.
Bro. Fasten on his wrist.
But that's where they got it from.
All praises.
Culture vultures.
Culture vultures.
And these would be known as today's so-called Hispanic Latinos.
Dang, all
this
praises.
brother today would be known as a Hispanic Latino brother.
Right.
That's why I'm telling you, the scariest thing in the eyes of our enemies is black and brown unity under the commandments of God.
That's right.
Under the understanding that, knowing that we are the 12 tribes of Israel, coming back to our heritage. Let's prove let's prove what they did. Look at how they make money and mockery of us. Get that with Galvarino right next to Wolverine. Bam. Zoom in if you can. Bam. There you go. There you go. X-Men. All them billions and trillions that they generated off the X-Men, you Hispanics and Latinos have been robbed.
Wow.
They owe you a cut for that. Hollywood owes you a cut. Damn.
Using the spirit. I didn't even know you had that. That's crazy.
Galvarino, yup. Let's get the next one. Get the other one. We got another one.
Amazing.
Yeah, zoom in on that. So this Wolverine guy is an Edomite who's a culture vulture. He's a fictional character. The real character was our forefather Galvarino, who was a Mapuche warrior from the tribe of Naphtali.
With no hands.
Officer Les, look at the title of this. The Lazarus Project.
There you go. Bringing them back to life.
Wow.
Bringing them back to life. I'm telling you, a lot of the X-Men stuff, they use a lot of references from the Bible. I'm gonna try to send you that episode that I watched. Let's go to the next one. What else did they do? Matter of fact, let's put up the movies where they have done. Let's get up Noah. Let's get something with our forefather Noah. Hey, there you go. How many of y'all seen this movie right here?
Wow.
Okay, Russell Crowe, Noah. So this is supposed to be Noah and his sons, but they threw the little girl in there. But this is supposed to be Noah and his sons, right? How is this Noah and his sons? This is completely not according to the scriptures.
Right.
Let's get that in the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. They continue to destroy our history, whitewash our history, and tell us that color don't matter.
This movie's so
that
wicked.
way we have no idea who we are.
Right.
People, even in the world, will tell you, they'll tell you if you don't know who you are, you ain't going to know where you're going.
Exactly.
Read what you
making
got.
the same mistakes.
Say that again?
Said we're going to keep making the same mistakes because we don't know what we've done before.
Ham, I'm sorry, Ham. So let's read about one of the sons of Noah in the Zondervan's Bible Compact Dictionary.
Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, page 213. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
He became what? What's progenitor mean? The forefather.
Right.
Go ahead.
The progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Not the who?
Not the Negroes.
So he became the forefather of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Who are the Negroes? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Read.
But the Egyptians.
So those Egyptians are supposed to be black. Do he look black up there, Ham?
Nope.
Ham don't look black. No. Japheth don't look black. Read.
Ethiopians.
Uh-huh.
Libyans.
And
Canaanites.
Man, we talking about some of the blackest people on this earth.
Right.
But yet in the movie, they're what? They're white.
They're white, bro.
They're white. And then they tell you color don't matter.
That movie was awful.
If color doesn't matter, why do you continue whitewashing everything?
Right.
Let's get the next one. You could prove biblically that Noah and his sons were black men. Here we got another one. Last of the Mohicans. Is that a Native American? Also get a lot. Need your help.
Ah, bro.
What is going on?
That looks like Tommy.
That boy, hey, he looked like Ultimate Warrior without the face paint.
Right.
What the hell is this?
Yo.
That's
So-
Jerry from up the street.
That's a Daniel Day-Lewis Esau. So that's a $5 Indian. Give me the
Damn,
next
man.
one.
And he's the last of the Mohicans.
Last of them.
Wow.
There wasn't other ones running
Wow.
around with him.
What's this? Yep. Post that one. What we got here? The gods of
gods of
Egypt.
Egypt.
Can I read that again?
Yeah, please,
that's
please,
crazy.
go ahead.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah,
Uh-huh.
born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Come on.
He became the
The
progenitor
forefather.
of the dark races.
So who are these guys? Who
What
are
the
these
heck?
fools? They look so foolish, man.
Right, man.
I can't even watch this movie. I can't. I can't watch this.
I don't even get it, man. Like, how do you get? They don't care, man. They make millions of dollars off of this, bro. I can't get over this. And you mad about a mermaid?
Dang.
Yeah,
I just don't understand, man. You just took a whole empire of people, man.
Of real people.
Of
that
real
existed.
people.
Right.
And their gods. You even made their gods white,
white.
bro. That's crazy.
They had one Jake in this movie, and they stuck him down in the basement in the library.
Right.
Oh,
He was telling you want to
And
get
they
all
made
information.
copies of them. That was it.
Damn.
Oh, my
Damn,
gosh, bro.
man. Oh, no, not this one. Go ahead. Pull it up. The Last Samurai.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
So apparently the Last Samurai is a white man.
He's a white man.
Not a Japanese man.
This is
I always
crazy.
thought samurais were Japanese.
Oh, man.
From Ammonites.
This is crazy, man. These guys.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, we got to get that clip. That clip with Paul Mooney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Mooney sums it up real good with
crazy.
these.
Emmett
Let's get these last few
Oh,
pictures.
yes, sir.
Emmett's taking an L.
We gonna
man.
he gonna put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, yeah.
Paul Mooney gonna put that icing on the cake.
Oh, come on.
Damn.
Now.
Which one we putting
Don't
up?
leave that up there too long.
Right? For real.
What is
Especially with
this?
Northern Kingdom watching.
Mexican.
Where we at?
The Mexican.
The Mexican? What?
What the hell is this?
The Mexican?
The hell is this?
Bro, they just take it over everything, man.
Look. We understand Northern Kingdom is a cake not turned, but I know a white guy when I see one. Canelo is a Mexican. This guy is a Caucasian caveman.
Brad Pitt.
Ain't nothing Mexican about that guy right there.
He probably didn't even speak Spanish in the movie. I ain't never seen it.
It must have been, hey, look. He probably did. I mean, I don't know. Oh, don't leave this one up too long. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, Northern
And
Kingdom
the Son of God. Are you serious? What, the Egyptian guys? Because they white now. I don't know what guy we talking about, man.
Get Revelations 1 and 14, man.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we got some new people watching, and they think that was God. When you close your eyes, that's the image that comes to your brain.
Right. Yep.
You better repent. Christ is black.
Right.
That's right.
Read that, especially Northern Kingdom, meaning you so-called Hispanic Latinos. Man, I'm telling you, they fight tooth and nail.
Somebody did the sign
They
of the
fight
cross.
tooth and nail to make you think that Christ is white when the Bible says he's black. Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his what?
And his eyes as a flame of fire.
So hold on. We just read that his hair was woolly. So cotton comes from, the branches.
Right.
But wool comes from an animal.
Right.
And that animal happens to be a sheep, a lamb. And their hair does not fall to the earth straight down. It's not stringy.
Nope.
Their hair is like, hey, zoom in on Officer Eno's hair real quick.
It has life.
Zoom in on his hair. That's woolly hair. Come on, RT.
You do it.
Come on, they got it. They got it.
Cut to it.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
Right.
There we go. You know what I'm saying? Get the side profile, Ock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My nice side.
There you
My good
go.
side, man.
Oh, man.
All
Yeah.
praises.
There it is right there. That's woolly hair.
Yep.
It's sheep-like hair.
Facts.
Officer Les.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were in the military, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've been in a barbershop, yes, with multi-race of people, right?
Right.
You've seen Jake get their hair cut. How when a sheep gets sheared, it all rolls up.
Facts.
Right.
Esau cuts his hair, it just drops.
falls.
It just
Oh,
drops. It
that's
has no
right.
life. There's no life in it.
Damn. All right. So it's not curly hair. It's woolly hair. Okay.
Right.
So read verse
Snappy.
15. So we know. Hold on. Before you read that, we know that obviously dark-skinned people have woolly hair. Okay. Now you got some dark-skinned people with straight hair, but that's not the norm. Majority rules. The majority of dark-skinned people have woolly hair.
That's
So
right.
the Jews have wool-like hair. Christ was a Jew.
Right.
Read verse 15.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Brass or Blanco? That says brass, right? Which is
brass.
bronze. That's not Blanco in there, is it? It don't
No,
say
sir.
white.
No, sir.
It don't say pink feet, do it?
No, sir.
What about olive?
Does it say olive?
Because, olive is always thrown out. It's olive.
Colored.
Olive colored?
Olive feet.
Olives are green or black. Last time I checked olives, they're only green or black.
Damn.
And Christ he's not a one of them Edomite.
Reptilian.
Yeah, he's not a reptilian. Thank you. I didn't want to say alien because he is celestial,
Right.
but he's not a reptilian.
Right.
Thank you, Officer Galilei. You threw me a hell of a bone. That's right. Okay, so read it one more time, verse 15.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass,
His feet like unto fine brass. Go ahead.
as if they burned in a furnace.
Wow. So you burn anything in an oven. What color is it gonna come out?
Black.
As black as these microphones.
Black
Right.
as black.
As black as these shirts.
Right.
So what color was Christ? He was a black man.
That's
Man,
right.
That's what the
right.
Bible says.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I think that's what the Bible says.
That's what the Bible explained, right? Something his feet burnt like a furnace.
Yep.
I don't know why that's so hard, man. I don't get it. I don't know why that's so hard for our people to really understand it. Like it literally says that all throughout the scriptures. That Christ was black, the Jews are black,
They got him on the
and we
wall.
get this guy on the wall, and you just think that he's God or the Son of God, and it's a damn lie.
Dang, son of Satan.
Yeah,
It needs to say son of Satan.
Right.
The devil the Bible speaks of. Let's get that clip. Let's get that Paul Mooney clip, man. This is absurd.
Yeah, Paul Mooney told the truth, man. He was just a little.
He gonna
funny.
wrap it all up for us.
Had a little sugar in the tank.
We got it, our team. You know what's crazy? I was talking to a brother today. He was Levi. And I was just trying to show him, look, the Bible says Wait, James 1:1, all around, when we were scattered to many nations, the Bible's only written for us. We would be all around all the nations, and the Lord was dealing with the 12 tribes that were scattered abroad around all those nations. It's only written for us. And he kept, but what about them? What about the other nations? I'm like, you know what's crazy? We on the bottom of the barrel right now. We the last hired, first fired. We getting shot. We're oppressed. We're destroyed. Minimum wage, crimes, drugs, gangs, all types of stuff, abortions. And nobody's batting an eye for us. The Arabs ain't coming to fight for us and help us. The Chinese ain't trying to uplift us. The Japanese, they care about their own people. How is it we all the way on the bottom of the barrel and we want to save everybody but hate our own selves? It ain't nothing. The reason why we going through all that oppression is because we hate one another.
Right.
But yet we want to love these other nations, and we haven't even fixed us yet.
Right.
We haven't fixed our problems yet.
Right.
Why you want to save another nation that don't give a damn about you? I don't get it.
Let's get destroyed, man.
Let's get that Last Samurai clip. See what our brother Paul Mooney had to say about this.
The Last Samurai centers around Tom Cruise, a Civil War veteran who goes to Japan and teaches the Emperor's troops how to fight. Mr. Mooney?
No. Another movie this I was offended by. Hollywood is crazy. The Last Samurai starring Tom Cruise. He's the Last Samurai. Give me a break. That movie was offensive. Hollywood is crazy. At first they had the Mexican with Brad Pitt, and now they've got the Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. Well, I've written the film. Maybe they'll produce my film. The Last Nigga on Earth, starring Tom Hanks. How about that?
The Last Nigga on Earth, starting Tom Hanks.
Damn.
Wow.
Dang, they're going to do another movie like with starring Julia Roberts or something like that. The Last Man on Earth. Damn.
Oh, man.
He saw
They got one called now the Woman King.
Yeah, and
there's
it's
one now called the Woman King.
already called.
That don't even make sense.
The Woman King.
That's a big old woman too.
What is that? And they used the sister, didn't they?
Yep, they
the
did.
Woman King.
Now they would make her black.
No. But guess who gonna eat that up though? Our sisters.
That's right.
Not the truth.
Right.
But our sisters in the world that love the white man and love to be empowered by the serpent devil, bruh. They gonna eat that up, man. They gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm a woman king.
They ain't queens no more, huh?
No, they queens, all right. Quean.
Right.
Look up that word. You a queen, all right.
Ugh.
All praise. What else? Did we miss anything, tech team? We got everything. We got all our material out. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, going back. Thank you, officer. Going back, let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 1 and 2. I just wanted to show y'all something. Read that real quick. So we're going to give y'all some information on the Lacedaemonians real quick, the Spartans. Watch this.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Okay, so obviously these Corinthians are what? They're letting you know. What are they letting you know, officer?
That they the Israelites.
That's right.
Because that's who was in the sea with us, was Israelites.
Right.
There you go. We was the ones that crossed the Red Sea, right? Through the power of the Most High in Christ. We passed through the Red Sea, and they're letting you know this is the book of the Corinthians. Read it one more time.
Moreover, brethren.
Paul is calling the Corinthians brethren. Read.
I would not that ye should be ignorant.
Meaning, don't forget what we went through. Don't forget how he saved us. Read.
How that all our fathers,
what the Lord did for us,
were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Meaning, we wouldn't have existed had we not had the hand of God help us in those times.
Right.
So we got to be thankful in these times, you Corinthians. Don't forget that, you Corinthians. You passed through the sea. Your fathers went through the sea. Y'all are the Israelites. That's showing you that the Corinthians are Israelites. Get 1 Corinthians 12 and 2. Unless you wanted to pull it or somebody else. Okay.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
Read that again.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
You know, we was reading that definition earlier. Ye were Gentiles. So ye usually were a Gentile. Like, y'all got to pay attention to the words. It says ye were Gentiles. So what does that mean? We was in the midst of something as a northern kingdom, right? The Corinthians, we was in the midst of what? Idolatry. That's right. What we did is we took on idolatrous customs. We took on the ways of the Gentiles. So we was Gentiles in the spirit, in our minds, right? So go to, what's that, Hosea, is it 8 and 8? That's what I'm looking for.
Bring it out.
Is that the one it is? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 8, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Israel is swallowed up.
Who is swallowed up?
Israel is swallowed up.
We're talking about the Israelites. Go ahead.
Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure.
So that's what happened with the nation, the northern kingdom. They became Gentiles. They got caught up in idolatry, and that's why Most High sent them conquistadors over here. They started wiping away our heritage and everything. That's what happened to us. So that's what we're bringing out right now. I think you got something you want to add with the Corinthians, right? Because there's something special about the Corinthians.
Right. Let's look up the Corinthians, because we all know that when we read about these congregations, they're also known as militaries, right? So just like us, we're an exceeding great army. We are Israel united in Christ, but we're an organized nation, right? So let's look up real quick the Corinthian war uniform. Do me a favor and look up Corinthian war uniform. Let's see what comes up. Y'all hold on to your seats real quick, because y'all about to see something.
War uniform.
A Corinthian war uniform.
What you about to bring out, officer?
Let's see.
That's
let the world see this.
Wait a
Images,
minute.
slide it over. Slide it over and just go through the images. Can they see it online? All right, zoom in.
Wow.
What do we see? Corinthian uniform. That looks very familiar, y'all. That looks very similar to our brothers, the Lacedaemonians, the Spartans uniform.
There's that Lambda.
Yeah, click on the ones that y'all are circling.
There's that Lambda.
Look at that one. There it is. Get another one. Get that one with the blacks. Right next to it. That one right there. Look at that. Corinthian war. Get Corinthian helmet.
Dang, that sure look very familiar with them Spartans.
Look at that's a Corinthian helmet.
Wow.
I mean, y'all, you let me know if I'm tripping, but that looked like a Spartan mask.
Right. We got it, IT. We see where you pointing, man.
For real, you going crazy
dizzy
over
here,
there.
bro, like a cat.
Easy,
man. We got it, bro. We got it. We can see.
But scroll. Yeah, do more scrolling than that arrow though. That arrow got me dizzy.
Yeah, I know, man.
All right, scroll down. Look at that, the Corinthian helmet. That's a Spartan helmet, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
Bro, that's a Spartan helmet.
Yep.
That's
Facts.
a Spartan uniform.
Yep.
That shows you that the Spartans were Jews.
Wow.
And we all wore very similar uniforms.
Man, all praises.
All right. So with that, Israel, we hope you got something out of Northern Kingdom Iconoclasm. This has been the Power Hour.
That's right.
That's right.
Appreciate y'all's support. We want y'all to go to IUIC Phoenix and subscribe to the channel. IUIC Phoenix. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and see if you can get your family members to subscribe as well. Yeah. All right. And don't forget about Austin.
Share,
y'all. Hey, shout out to our bishops, our
That's
leadership. Right. Shout out to Deacon Joshua. All right. The Power Hour cast. Lord's will, we'll see y'all at Tabernacles. I'm Officer Helez.
Officer Gadaliah.
Officer Enos.
Officer Asahel.
Hey, with that, we say shalom, family.
Shalom.
Shalom.
All praises.